Carl DeMaio is running for Congress in 2014. He made the official announcement on Thursday.
The former city councilman and candidate is entering the race for the 52nd congressional district seat currently held by Democrat Scott Peters. Carl DeMaio is here now to talk about why he has decided to run. Why are you going to run? Good evening, Carl.
Well, because I think, like many San Diegans, I'm frustrated with the antics in Congress. The same old issues are debated year after year, election after election, but we're not seeing any progress. The federal budget's not balanced. We have a fiscal crisis. Too many people are out of work, and we need to see economic reform and policies to revitalize our economy, particularly small businesses, job training programs. And ultimately, we have a lot of programs that are very important that San Diegans rely on. Veterans benefits, health insurance, education. And those programs are not accountable. We see a lot of wasteful spending. And I think that we need members of Congress who are willing to be serious about these problems, not worry about party label. If it's a good Democrat idea, or if it's a good Republican idea, let's just focus on the fact that it's a good idea and get things done.
During the election, during the campaign, so many voters said that they complained about the fact that Congress was so polarized. How are you going to help bring people together? How are you going to try to get things done in that kind of environment?
You know, what I've always seen is that when people focus on political labels or they're looking at the political consequence of an issue, they don't get together and they don't work things out. In San Diego, we have a record of actually getting things done. I stood on principle by laying out a balanced budget plan, and people said, oh, we're never going to be able to get this done without a massive tax increase or service cuts. But in the end, we got it done on bipartisan votes of the city council and then ultimately taking some issues directly to the voters. And so if you stand on principle, if you're willing to figure out a way to bring people's ideas together in an overall comprehensive package, you can get a lot done. And I think that my approach is going to be to focus on problem solving, and we did it here in San Diego. I think we can do it in Washington.
Carl, the last election, the Republicans got beaten up.
They took a drubbing, yeah.
Are you worried that there's like this Democratic inertia that's kind of anti-Republican and it's going to make it tougher for you to win?
Well, after the election, I authored an op-ed where I was pretty critical of the Republican Party and their lack of performance in this election. I think it hurt me locally. We had a lot of people saying, I'd like to vote for you, you got great ideas, but you're a Republican. And so there's something with the brand. I think first and foremost, the Republicans need to go from being the party of no to being the party of bold ideas and solutions. If you're going to vote against something, that's fine. Vote on principle, vote against it, but offer a credible solution. Tell us what you would vote for. That's been my approach here in San Diego, and it's allowed us to get Democrat support because there are some ideas that we can agree on. And second of all, I think that we need to focus our attention on fiscal issues, pocketbook issues, making government work, reform, rather than personal issues that, frankly, should have no place in Washington politics.
Do you think that is the biggest issue facing our country, the fiscal situation that we face?
I think working families are struggling, and they are barely making ends meet in some cases. We need to create policies that help them succeed. That means we need a budget that's balanced, that helps create conditions whereby we can have economic growth. We need to make sure that programs that people rely on are working. For example, there are some veteran benefits where people are waiting 600 days to get their veterans benefits approved.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, and yet Congress knows this is happening, and yet we don't see the action. So I think that the pocketbook issues, the governance issues, fiscal issues, those need to be top priority. I think San Diegans will agree with me.
Carl DeMaio, thank you.